We have some really innovative recipes today, and almost every one that comes up is going to probably get that same label on it. Kristine Tibbs from Silverdale, over on the other side of the pond there, is going to give us garlic mashed potatoes with rutabagas and Parmesan. We used to have rutabagas when I was a kid. We'd have it like maybe a couple times a week instead of mashed potatoes. But I haven't had rutabagas in a long, long time. Where did you come up with the idea?
Well, first of all, my mom used to make them when Thanksgiving and Christmas rolled around, and as a child, I hated them. I didn't even like mashed potatoes, honestly.
Really?
Yes, but as I got older and I moved away from home, I started to really miss my mom's potatoes,
Sure.
and I liked the rutabagas in them after a while, and I started making them myself. Now, she made them really plain. She made them with the butter and the milk and the rutabaga and the potato, but I added a little twist to them by adding a little bit of parsley for color, garlic for flavor, and the Parmesan cheese just to add some richness to it.
Okay.
So
well,
where
let's
do we
cook.
start?
Let's see what's going on.
Well, first, what you want to do is you want to peel a potato. You can use any potatoes you want, whatever you prefer. I prefer a waxier potato like the red potato or a golden Yukon
Yukons, yeah.
or
Okay.
white potatoes. Most people use russets, I believe,
Yeah.
for mashed
Okay.
potatoes. But me, on the other hand, I prefer
The waxier potatoes really give you a better result than the russets.
creamier,
Yeah.
smoother. All right, and you're gonna peel the potato. I tend to peel really thick into the potato. I waste potato. A couple of my friends used to get on to me for this, but
You know, it's been a long time since I've seen someone use a paring knife to peel a potato.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't use
She's
the
done a few
potato
of these,
peelers.
George. I can tell that. She's peeled a few potatoes in her lifetime.
Yes. Can I
Wait.
have the butcher knife over there?
Sure, the big one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now for the potatoes, you're going to quarter these as best as
Okay.
you can. All right. Now keep in mind that rutabagas take forever to cook. My mom used a pressure cooker,
Ah, yes.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
but rutabagas take probably about 3 to 4 times longer to cook. They just are really dense, and they just seem to really take a long
Takes a
time
while
to
to
cook.
get through. Yeah.
So I always pre-cook them first, and then we're gonna put them in the pot and boil them for about 10 to 15 minutes until they're done.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
So, folks, this is a rutabaga. If you don't know what one looks
Yeah.
like, this is it.
these are a little harder to peel, and you can't use a
You can't use a
potato
peeler on
peeler for
these, no.
these because these are dense.
They're very dense.
All right.
So, Chris, do you usually cut
Rutabaga,
these?
is that from the potato family, basically?
It's a
Or-
root vegetable,
It's a
but
root.
no,
Okay.
it's not from the potato family.
It smells. If I had a friend who didn't know what one tasted like, she had never eaten one, and I describe it as kind of a radishy smell.
Yeah, it
to
has a radishy smell.
That's
It does.
a good
It
description.
looks like a large purple and white radish.
Right.
Yeah.
You can use turnips. Turnips cook much quicker than rutabagas do, or they seem to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now when you cut these, be really careful because they're hard to cut.
And do you cut these in smaller pieces than potatoes because they take so much longer to
And
cook?
this one doesn't want to cooperate with me today. Well, let's do this. This, for demonstration here, you want to cut them into small dices.
Okay, so we're looking at about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch dice for this,
Like
so that
about
it
like
cooks
that.
faster. Otherwise, it's going to take forever to cook
Like
a
that.
really large piece of
Right,
this.
and when they cook, they get yellow, like this.
Okay, so through the
All right.
magic of television, this is what it's going
Thank
to
you.
look like after you've started to cook. And do you start these in cold or hot water, Chris?
Cold.
Okay.
And you want salted water in here. Now, generally, I'll use chicken broth to cook the potatoes in, but I've already pre-cooked the potatoes, so I didn't want to put them in chicken broth again. So to heat them up, we just put them in the water.
So what's our next step here?
Okay, what
Ready
you
to
want to
take
do
these out?
is we want to drain them.
Does it matter which one goes
Potatoes first.
All right.
There you go.
Actually, here, go this way.
All right, I'll just keep them there for a second. Okay, let's put it over here. All right, I'll take the bowl.
All right.
Thanks, George.
That makes room.
All right, I'll take the butter there.
There you go.
Okay, now I agree with Harvey. Everything's better with butter. If it's not butter, it's not
All right.
mashed potatoes. However, my family's lactose intolerant, And so I don't get to make these kind of potatoes very often, so every chance I get, I use the cream
So for the
and the
lactose
butter.
intolerance, you use margarine?
I use soy milk, and I use Nuco margarine, which has no whey or milk solids in it.
Great.
And I use Romano sheep's cheese instead of the Romano. Most good Romanos are with sheep's cheese.
Yeah, the
Regular
real stuff is.
Romanos have some milk in them. So
Okay,
that's
so where
what
do we
I
go from
substitute
here?
with. All right, we want to take the potatoes.
Okay.
Let's move this over a little bit.
It's a neat
Let's see if we
drainer,
can
by
do
the
this
way.
gracefully without splashing. Yes,
do it
we
very
did
well.
it. All right, now I think we'll mash a little bit. We'll add a
Okay.
little bit of the milk. Half and half I'm using. You can use cream. Cream's a little too rich for me in particular.
It's all to taste, isn't it?
It is.
Sure.
All right. And you want to mash these babies. Oh, these are mashing better than the last ones.
Looks like they were cooked to the absolute perfect doneness for mashing.
Yes.
So Chris, is there some way that you test your potatoes to tell if they're done to the point of one?
I stick a fork in them, and if the fork goes cleanly through easily,
They're done.
they're
Okay.
done. And if you overcook them, they get kind of weird tasting.
Well, they get mushy too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they absorb
Yeah.
too much water, then they don't
All
mash
right.
well.
Now what we want to do is add some Parmesan. I use about a cup. Shame on me.
You don't eat these every day, right?
No.
Okay.
Then we're going to add some garlic, probably about a teaspoon.
And this is garlic powder?
Garlic powder. I've also done it with roasted garlic,
Mm-hmm. Oh, I bet that's
which is
lovely.
really good. And I prefer seasoning salt or kosher salt.
Okay.
And I don't use a whole lot. We do that to taste.
Well, there's already a lot of salt in the cheese that you've put in there,
Right.
and some pepper.
And then pepper for a little black speck going on. We want some of that. Let's throw in, oh, we want to drain
Yeah,
those
you wanna
first.
drain
Here we
these?
go.
Okay, you ready? Okay. This is a neat drainer, by the way.
And these will melt the cheese a bit.
Right. All that heat going in there.
We're probably going to have to add some. There we
There we
go.
go.
Now you can make this as smooth.
Oh, wow.
You
And
can
when
make
the
it as
heat hit
smooth-
all those seasonings that were in there,
I know.
it just bursted out of that bowl. I wish you all at home could smell this.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a potato you don't need gravy with.
Indeed
This
not.
is, you can also, another twist on this is you can put it in the oven with cheese on top.
More cheese?
Parmesan and, oh heck yeah. Bring on the cheese.
Yeah. Well, being from Wisconsin, that strikes home pretty well.
It sure does. My
Everything's
mother
better
was
with butter
born
and
in
cheese.
Pennsylvania. My father was born in New Jersey. And I've lived all over, and this is my favorite place to be. Seattle,
indeed.
Washington.
Indeed.
God's country. All right. Okay, now some people like chunky mashed potatoes. I don't care either way. But they don't
So,
have to be perfect.
Chris, is this a dish you can make ahead and put on hold?
Yeah, because you know what? It tastes better the next day. It's one of those.
Great.
It's one of those dishes
Well,
where
with
the
all the
food
all the
actually-
different tastes in there, I think it probably, as they meld together, it would make a different taste.
Okay,
Like
I'm
the
gonna
second day
make
is almost different from the first.
And once you get
Little
it
bit
this far,
creamier.
what do we do next?
Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit more cream in.
Okay, and then we need to taste.
And I'm
Oh, I
going to
hear George
stir.
getting his
I'm
tasting
getting
fork
armed,
out.
yeah. I'm getting armed.
Okay, let's have a taste here.
Go for it.
Oh, my.
This is great.
That's
Very,
wonderful.
very nice. Wonderful, wonderful
Like
dish.
those?
Yep, I have to have another taste here.
Yeah,
Now you have to try them with the cheese on top in the
Mm-hmm.
oven.
Yes, indeed.
and when it's done, let's put it over there and show our viewers what it looks like. And once again, no need for gravy on that at all.
Nope.
That's
No,
a
no,
taste all
it's
by
lovely,
itself, and it's
lovely.
wonderful. And we're staying on long enough to get, well, just a minute, I got another taste.
So, folks, call Get the Book. You're going to want this recipe. Be sure and get the video so that you can see how she did it.
1-800-443-1999. We got 2 recipes that are worth the book. Call us right now. Thank you, Kristine, very much.
You're welcome.
Super.
Thanks.
Isn't that good?